Today I'm going to be showing you how to do a dual coil setup, a standard dual coil setup, Cantal build that is probably going to come up to 0.5 ohms if you want to start going on, sub-ohming, stuff like that. There's a lot of videos out there with, I see people like wasting a lot of wire and wasting a lot of cotton and just throw it in the bin, and it's just, come on, the amount of cotton you guys waste doing the builds, you could make a pillow and sleep on it. It would be very comfortable. Imagine that, sleeping on cotton dough. Wow. Right, well, before I go, always be safe, use safe batteries, ones that can, handle the load you're putting on it, because believe me, you don't want to have mud blowing up on your face. But what else? Yeah, that's about it. Let's go into the close-up and we'll see. To build our coil, we're gonna need wire cutters, ceramic tweezers, not necessary, but it helps, home reader, Japanese cotton or organic cotton or whatever wick you wish to use, scissors, screwdriver. This one's really help because it has this edge where you can stop. You'll see it later on. I'm going to be using this coil jig because it helps a lot in building your coils. A screwdriver just in case, a Phillips one, and obviously your Cantal wire. I'm going to be using the 26 gauge. And now to wrap our coil. We need the wire, a screwdriver or the coil jig. I'm going to just show you a quick one on the screwdriver so you have an idea. What you'll do, you put a little bit of wire there, about 1.5 inches, something like that. It's just enough for you to grab hold of it comfortably. And what you'll do, you just start going around really close to the edge of the screwdriver and push it hard. And try to go over, well, not over, but let the wire that you're wrapping slide over the one you're already done, kind of thing, so they line up really quick. So how many wraps am I on? 4, isn't it? So 5, 6, always keeping pressure. 7, 8. You can go as many wraps as you want. Push it really hard, a little bit over the place you think you're gonna have the coil. And once you remove it, let me just straighten this bit out, like so. So just grab the cutters, and once you take it out, I don't know if you can see it, I'm gonna try and zoom in and focus, obviously. Oh, I can't, it's too close. Yeah, that's about it. That's as much as my camera allows me. Right, you have a perfectly wrapped coil ready to go. You don't even need the tweezers. With the coil jig, or helper, or whatever you want to call it, you'll put the wire under this top screw, or probably you have a different model, but it works basically the same way. Pull the wire close, always keeping a lot of tension. Don't be afraid of breaking it, because it won't, unless you're using a really thin gauge. Six, 7, 8. There you go. You can take this back side out like that. I just cut the excess. There you go. You'll have a perfectly wrapped coil, whatever method you prefer. No gaps. Right, and now we will do a dual build on my old trusty Zenith. Right? Well, you can use any dripper or anything. The building method or the installation method is quite similar on all devices. You basically have to push the wires through the holes on the atomizer or the deck or the rebuildable portion of it, and just tighten the screws up till they have good solid connection, not too tight to break the cable, enough to break the cable I mean. Right, let's go. I normally start doing this by screwing the ATI or the head or whatever you want to use into the ohm reader, because it gives me a solid base to work with. Then I'll take or the thing I used to wrap the coil or the screwdriver I used to wrap the coil. They're exactly the same width, so I'm just going to go with this one for now because it's just lighter and easy to work with. I'll put it through the coil and then I'll just straighten out the wires a little bit just to make it easier. Right, and I'll just insert it through the holes in the attic. Right, okay, I'll leave it as close to the middle as I can get, because this 3-post design is really not the best for dual coil, but it gets the job done as well, so I don't really care. So I'll screw on the negative side and I'll leave the other one off and I'll just twist it upwards so it doesn't mess up with the other coil. Now I'll do exactly the same with the other coil, like that. Just put it through there and through the negative side as well, like so. Leave it roughly the same, well, same distance, same everything, both identical on both sides, and screw on the negative portion. As I said, enough to tighten it down, but not to cut the cable off. The screws are a bit wider. Oh, it's just that screw that is a bit too old and it kind of needs changing. Yeah, not really working this screw for some reason. I'm just trying to adjust my wire I mean. There we go. We have a solid connection. How do you know you have a solid connection? You grab the excess wire, wiggle it about, push it in, out. If the coil moves, the screw is not tightened enough. Same on the other side. There's no movement on the coil, so that's fine. So we can go ahead and clip this one and clip the other one. Now for the center post, I'll do exactly the same. I'll just bring it upwards a little bit. I'll check that both coils are in roughly the same place. And just screw on, tighten the center post till I'm happy with the securing of the wire, which I am. On the center post of this type, I'll just do a wiggle. That's it, the cable breaks nice and clean. You can take this off, keep forgetting this in. No, not really. Gonna leave it in. Oh, that one is wiggling. Still wiggling a bit. I should have gotten a bigger screwdriver. Ah, there we go. Still a little bit. Happy with that. If the cable would actually break the wire, I keep calling it cable. There we go. We have a dual setup coming up at 0.47 ohms. You can do then, if required, you can put it on a device. I'll just get a device real quick. Right, there we go. I screw it on the mod, whatever mod you desire. Not any mod you desire, it has to be a high powers mod that can handle sort of this low ohmage. Be safe, guys. Right, and just test fire it. I'll put it on 30 watts just for now. don't know if you guys can see, 30 watts. Just do a few, not continuously, just a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Another one. You can only do this with the ceramic tweezers. If you're going to use metal tweezers or something, be ready, because it's not going to work. Right, I'm pretty happy with that. You want them firing at the same time, getting the same amount of brightness. Right, and now what you want to do is first let them cool down a little bit, because otherwise you're going to burn the cotton when you put it in immediately. Just take a little bit. Right. This is a full sheet, and this is half a sheet that I separated in half. I'm keeping this one. It's just half of the sheet. So for this I'm cutting about, let's say, 1.5 centimeters, about half an inch kind of thing, kind of size. Right, do a strip like that. This forward, have a bit more room to work with. What I normally do, I don't know if it helps or not, just in my scientific ideas, it kind of probably does it. I'll just separate the sheet a little bit, make it more fluffy. Right, it's all fluffy now, like a cloud. And then I'll slowly roll it up. Like if you were rolling an old cigarette. Then I'll just make the tip very sharp, like so. I'll squeeze it together and roll it. And then what I'll do, I'll just pass it through the coil and gently push it. If it doesn't want to go, what I'll do is just go back and forth and turn a little bit. And there we go. It's going in now. There we go. Right, you want it slightly tight, not too tight. That's good, I like that. Right, so let's just snip this side, because that was all squashed to make the tip. I don't like to waste cotton like most reviewers. They just cut a 1/2 meter length of cotton. I don't do that. And I'll do the same on the other side. I'll leave a bit longer on this side. That's just my thing. You might want to do it differently. And then same on the other side. Squeeze the thing together. I'll do it this way so you guys can see. Squeeze it really tight. Pass it through. Back and forward a bit. Check the consistency if it's not too tight or something. So there we go. Now I'll just leave that like that. Snip this side. Fluff it up a bit. Oh, I was off camera for that for a minute. Snip a bit of this side off. Because you don't want a lot of cotton. You just want just the right amount. Alright, now what you'll do, you just push the cotton inside the deck so it sucks in the juice when you fill it up or when you drip it. The screwdriver is probably a bit too fat for this job. You need to go on the diet mate. Right, like that, just put it now and like that for a while. Right, what you don't want is to put cotton right underneath the coil there. You want to leave a bit of a gap there so air can flow all around the coil. My flatheads are actually better for this, but I kind of left it in the box and I do not want to stop the video now. Right, okay. Probably that was a bit too much cotton, but it doesn't matter on this side here. Now for a little gap underneath, let's just do a little gap. Or create a gap in this. What's happening here? If you have too much cotton on this side, I'm just gonna snip it out a little bit. Kind of boom, like that. Just slide it underneath. Leave the desired gap. Yeah. And there we go. And that's about it. You guys can see, I hope. Then all you do is pick up some liquid. And just saturate the coils. The wick. Really saturate them, don't leave any bit dry. You can even overflood a little bit for now. Now let's test fire it. There we go, we're firing at 0.48 and it's producing a reasonable amount of vapor. Once the wicks are wet, you can mold it to your own desire a lot better than when they are dry. Just get this off here. Alright, so that's it. I'm happy with that, very happy. Now just put your top cap on. Be sure to align the airflow holes or slots, in this case it's a slot, cyclops slot, right in front of the coil. You do not want it sideways, otherwise you're gonna get a scratchy hit because you're not getting the air to flow through the coil. Right in front of it, and put a drip tip on. And we're back. Just to give you a show of this performance, to get a notice of the drip tip, just something was sitting here, I picked it up. Right, I'm vaping at 30 watts, I don't even think you guys can see that, but 30 watts, believe me. 30 watts, there we go, 0.47 ohm, dual coil. Producing a very good amount of vapor. You see that? Now let's bump it up to 40 watts. Probably it's going to be right on the margin. Still good, still good. Just drip some more. One thing you guys have to remember when using drippers and not the NI200 wire when using Cantal, you have to keep your wicks saturated or you're going to get a very dry hit, and trust me, it's not good. Don't forget to put your cap back on. I've done it, no cap, forgot about it, went to vapor like that, it burns all your mouth. Right. Don't forget to line up the airflow slots with your coil. Let's bump it up to 50, see what happens. Oops, went over it, okay. 50 watts, I don't think you guys can see it. I'm impressed, still going alright. But it's getting a bit harsh now, it's getting too much. Just keep it saturated, because you really don't want to get a dry hit at 50 watts. It's getting a bit too much. Right, I'll just try the 60. That's about it because you're getting way too strong. The 0.47 ohms. 60 watts is probably overdoing. It's pumping 5.31 volts at it. You can hear it. It's firing immediately. Man, that's chucking a lot. It's like a locomotive. Right. Oh, that's way too much. 30 watts, I was happy with it. What was I gonna say? Yeah, when you do both dual coil, remember both coils have to be exactly the same ohms, same wraps, same everything. What else? They have to be brightening up exactly the same time, like, you know, the heating up when they go red. Yeah, and that's about it. Anything else I forgot? No? Oh, always remember to use safe batteries. Don't use crappy stuff. Use good batteries on your mods and your mechanicals and your regulated devices. And let's keep on vaping.